this morning. It's Wednesday. It feels like Tuesday. I don't know. I woke up and I thought it was Tuesday, but it's definitely Wednesday.
I'm
A baby. That's your thing? Okay, if you want to be a baby. Dada, mama. What do you think babies do? Goo goo gaga. Yeah. Yeah. Goo goo gaga. Say good morning. We have a participant. Look at that.
Good morning.
You're being a baby. You're being a baby. You got your cocoa. I got my coffee. Life is good. I expected to do tarot and figure out how to do.
They're both black.
Both of them look black. They're the same. They're the same. Yeah. I should grab the tissue box for you. You woke up with your nose this morning. Here, allow me a moment. We're gonna take a moment to blow the nose. All right, hold on. Somebody decided they wanted to come. All right, so I begged her. I was like, come back to my house. Well, Daddy's at work. Okay, and when you're ready for the tissue, there it is. You're still being. Oh, babies don't wipe their own nose. Do you need me to wipe your nose, baby? So we're gonna be very, very gentle. We're going to blow. Baby know how to blow. Oh, good job, blow. We're gonna. Oh, you think I'm gonna get your face? Okay, I gotta be gentle and pat, pat, pat. And the hand sanitizer is in the other room. So I was not expecting you to have a runny nose today. Okay. Yep. Feel better? Yeah. So do you stay at my house or do you stay at Daddy's? Oh, cough. Good? You good? You good, baby? You're not being Queen Elsa, you're being baby today.
I'm being baby Queen Elsa.
Baby Queen Elsa sounds like fun. It's frozen. Did you freeze my coffee? Do I have iced coffee now? So do you normally stay at Daddy's house or do you normally stay at my house lately? Yeah, are you having fun over there? He gives you whatever you want. That's the most fun ever. We would all love to stay at a place where we get everything we want. That's a good life. Did you want to take an actual nap or are you pretending? Aw. You're pretending. I can tell it's okay. No, you want real naps? Do you want me to put you on the bed so you can watch your...
With my cocoa down the ground.
With the cocoa on the ground, the cocoa stays here. You can have that again when you get up. There is there's the aloe juice. If you want that, I have to take this headset off so we don't trip on it. I will be right back. Thank you for being so patient. Did you want to walk? Oh, okay. There you go. You can walk. There you go, baby Queen Elsa. didn't do it. Okay. Yeah. All right. So she wants to do that. It's not as entertaining making the video when you're not watching somebody entertain you, I guess. I don't know. She's adorable, trying to be cute and adorable. She's like, I've got the baby voice. I want to be a baby. I'm like, okay, you can be a baby. All right. Still don't know how I'm going to exercise in front of the video, in front of the camera in this space. I have not. I don't know. Okay. But yeah. So, do you have a question for the tarot cards? Let's be like, tarot. One card tarot draw, totally free, just for you. Because I love you guys. I love you. You're my YouTube sensation. I'm gonna have Star Wars. Nothing. Okay. I will do a general call. General draw. 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 I'm gonna draw a card out of the deck and read it out of the book. One of these days for you guys, I'll just have to do it like I do in my normal. And we have rest, Four of Swords. So we are, no, I swear I shuffle these suckers. So we're getting Six of Swords, Six of Swords. These swords, they are telling us something these days, this last week. Yeah. It's all about the swords this week, it seems. Watch. Pull out cups tomorrow. No, we pulled out cups before, didn't we? Something. Anyways. So we have the Four of Swords rest. 3, 4. Reverse. The Four Swords reversed indicates an enforced seclusion rather than a voluntary one. Oh God, not COVID. Okay, the card calls that. It doesn't mean that necessarily we've got COVID, but we should be cautious anyways with the runny nose. Like, in rare cases, and depending on surrounding cards, which we didn't pull any, it means imprisonment. Yeah, it's a real thing in this world. More usually, it means that you have been excluded from a social group that you were once a member of. You have to accept the phase of your life is over now and start looking forward to new opportunities that will open the future, though not just yet. So they're going to try to throw me in jail. No. I don't think people are like, I'm going to throw people in jail. No. People aren't normally like that. Yeah. So how do we, I mean, if we were talking about generally a new phase in a life where we leave a group behind, whether on good terms, bad terms, or any other term. And, people come with that, come face to face with that in life. Like you meet a group of college people in college and your group ends up splitting after college. I remember watching the series of Teen Wolf thinking, yeah, a lot of times, like I used to watch like a lot of drama and at the same time because I was trying to get rid of drama in my life, but I grew up with it. It was my norm. Um, so a lot of things I had to unlearn. And but traits that I noticed in drama series is one, they never leave the town, hardly ever. So isolation and seclusion, like the fact that their whole world revolves around like three people in a town in a single to 1 to 2 sets. I mean, sure, that's got to be something for filmmakers and television people, but it really does. If you don't include like people that like say for pagan stuff, for witchcraft, I love to go out and meet new people and see what all is out there. And yeah, I can learn stuff from books and it's great and I do. And I continuously read and I continuously learn and that's my craft and that's what I love. And like learning how to do this wouldn't be just the book, it would be learning from other people who do tarot readings. And apparently I don't know how to break into that, but it's not like I don't seek them out. um, because yeah, I'm oddly gifted with the tarot cards. It's scary sometimes how accurate they get, but I understand that the tarot cards themselves are pretty accurate, but I have to still interpret them. So doesn't matter if I have a natural talent with tarot cards. Like I'm good with tarot cards. That's not in question. Question is, which means I'm going to grow, which means a lot is going to be placed on me, or I'm going to be in a situation where I need to grow and learn and hone that talent into a skill. If it's going to be a consistent, the talent can fade, the skill can grow, or the skill can diminish. So practicing tarot every day, doing tarot with groups, doing tarot, trying to get people to read with tarot. Like, yeah, it seems like it's not going anywhere, but if I continue to strive with the tarot, because it's yeah, I may like runes more. I may feel like runes are there's more to runes for me. I may feel more of a connection, but it doesn't mean that I'm not good with the tarot deck and that I shouldn't explore it because it was thrown in my lap. I think I asked somebody to buy it and they actually did. Um, or I said that I was interested in and somebody bought me a deck and somebody else gave me decks. Oddly, like frou frou decks. But they needed positive information and they didn't have the skills to handle negative criticism or anything like that. So their tarot decks reflected that, and that was for them. And then a lot of people in growth that have been through trauma, drama, and everything else they can't have negative yet without it hurting them more than helping them. Um, but I'm really, these will tell you how it is. These will tell me like I need to leave the group alone. So my sister and my ex are getting close. After the breakup, closer actually. They're getting to know each other. So I need to, and I didn't want to know her because it was unhealthy for me. I'm like, she's like, "Do you want to know me?" I'm like, "Not really." She was being rather judgmental, and it wasn't going to be a very healthy relationship if I got to know her. So she's not a bad person. She's great. She's fantastic. She's got mad amount of skills. She's wonderful in so many different attributions. But her interaction with me was not healthy, and that's not something that either one of us could afford. She wouldn't be happy with herself if she had gotten to know me and become more friends with me. Um, she wouldn't have liked herself. She wouldn't have liked me. She would have grown to resent me. So I have to. That's a group, and they need each other. They need to be friends. They need something from each other. As long as they treat each other good, there shouldn't be a problem. So That's an example. There are several people who have groups in their lives that they leave in common. Like if you leave a job or you leave or a group of pagans, they move away to sunny or California or something or someplace else. That's great for them. Uh, but yeah, there are lots of fun things in life that have both their positive fun and their sarcastic fun. So learning to leave my ex behind as I, go into more of the world that is for me and away from the world that is not for him. Or explore parts of the world. It's same world, but parts of the world that aren't really resonating with him, that aren't calling to him, that isn't his thing, that isn't his path. So it's coming to terms with that. Um, yeah, some people I do like to keep at like a distance. I'm comfortable that way because they've got great attributes, just like I have great attributes, and then allow those attributes to grow. I kind of veer away from um, parts that don't sync. So some people I like in small doses, and I have a great time. I don't have any problem with them. One of my ex's friends, he's like, you don't like. I'm like, there's nothing not to like. I don't know the guy well enough to like the guy or not like the guy. I'm just not very comfortable with him. Yeah. So sometimes when you interact with a lot of people, sometimes small doses are great. And you find you have a pleasant time with the person. Not a problem with the person. Just it's great to just walk away every, a couple of hours, just hang out with them. And you don't dwell too deep into getting to know a person. Getting to know a lot of people nice and deep because of my knowing and understanding myself and knowing how personal I get with people I do interact with and how much I feel from them and how much I learn from them and how much I interact and how much is obvious to me, not obvious. People have learned to ignore certain traits, certain um, interactions, certain stuff. They just ignore it. And me, it's like blatantly obvious and it doesn't go away. And I'm like, I may not say anything because it's not conducive to the interaction, but I get a ton of information when I meet people. That's just probably being on the spectrum. I'm not diagnosed or anything. So if I'm on the spectrum and it's just I meet people, I do have when I meet people face to face, I get like blasted with info. Like people who have like daddy issues or people that are insecure, people that are they feel great about themselves but they're oblivious to other people. I mean, it's just so I really get to know a lot of people and I strive not to do that because it's not really healthy for me to immerse myself in a world. Like some people, I get to know them and their world is about comedy and their world is about laying back and enjoy and having fun. And then like I meet a mathematician and you could tell everything's calculated, everything's measured, everything's serious, everything's divided, the bill is divided. They can interact with the comedian and it's very interesting to see. But for me, I understand that getting to know somebody as if they've been your best friend for like 50 years, even though you haven't been around for 50 years, is not everybody's cup of tea. And as much as I'd like to just turn that off, I respectfully just don't say anything. And, you know, and it's got its good points and it's got its bad points. I used to, when I used to meet people, give them my whole life story because I'd been through trauma. That's something that people in trauma have done. And so I thought everybody else I don't know if I felt, I don't know, I don't really remember as much, but it was a compulsion. It probably stemmed from the fact that I know you so well from watching you, observing you, listening to you, smelling your scent. You know, like if you smell like essential oils or something, you probably enjoy New Age and you probably want to learn the newest discovery about mind, body, heart, and soul. Um, if you smell like, roses, you probably, have some sort of romantic way about you and something like you probably enjoy the Titanic, I to me, I can pick up these things, and I can be wrong. I understand I can be wrong. I do take it with a grain of salt, and until I have more evidence, I just strive not to act on things. Like somebody asked me an opinion about, do you like this or this better for me? I was like, for you or for me? She's like, for me. I'm like, well, you're into this and this, and your personality is very light and bubbly and lovely, so I would go with this one. And she's like, huh, that's funny because I've been looking at this for years and everybody's been telling me to get the other one, but I've liked this one. I was like, well, I like the other one for me because I just have dark soul. Yeah. If you've been with people enough that you just like open your heart out and people trample it, not everybody tramples it. There are lots and lots. I have wonderful people in my life, but I don't understand why I choose to get so close to the people who trample. Um, because there are people that I really, really like and I really, really enjoy my time with them and I want to spend more time, but I also, on the flip side, feel like I'm going to screw it up. There's that apprehension that I'm going to screw it up and I'm going to ruin a good thing. So I hold them off as well. And then, I get to know somebody and I really get to know somebody and I strive to let you guys know I'm an extremely intense person. So, you know, I understand that. So I understand that some other people also need small doses. For me, like, oh, okay, well, you seem to need a break. You exhausted from you just talking your ear off 100 miles per hour all day long because I'm caffeinated and I have attention deficit disorder and the world is shiny, new, and exciting to me. And so I've been trying to, I don't know, last 3 years, I was pregnant. No, it was before I was pregnant. So like last, I was working as a stalker in Myers, and I was trying to learn about introverts because I was, it was a thing that I was introduced to, and I'm like, there are people that are introverts. My ex was an introvert. That would explain why that certain, my second husband was an introvert. And I'm like, yeah, I could see how I could have gotten on his nerves, and I could see how his lack of return on certain things had driven me insane. Um, and how we didn't clash and didn't respect each other. I knew about the part about a morning person versus a night person. In the morning, I'm go, 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 go mentally and verbally. And you ask me to do dishes, you're lucky I can get myself a cup of coffee and her cocoa. That's about the extent. Go pee, get your drink. I'm done. I'm sitting my butt down. I can write, I can type, any story and every story you want to hear, it can come out. But you want me to clean house? You you want me to do manual labor? But at nights, there's, I'm go, 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 clean up the house, clean up this, not every night. Some nights I'm too exhausted to do that. But I'm like, okay, let's get into gear when everybody else is exhausted. So it's interesting to motivate kids who are not ready to do nightly chores and get everything all cleaned and set up for the next day. Do I want to bake the pie crust at the middle of the night, bake the bread and get it all ready so that I just bake it in the morning and don't have to do anything more than like toss it in the oven, hit a button, be good, get it out and do. I don't want to do anything in the morning. I want to, but I can't think. You asked me, should we get a car? Should we move to a certain house? What kind of house should we move to? What school should our kid go into? In the middle of the night, and you're gonna get a screw you. You're up your ass. There's no. But I've been in a relationship where they are the vice versa. They make all their life decisions at night while they're settling into bed before they close their eyes. Me, like make my life decisions in the morning. I've been obsessing all night long about problems in my sleep and my subconscious. I've given all my problems to my subconscious. I said, "Hey, it's easier just for me to not think about it consciously and let the subconscious go, hey, look, a puzzle. Let me put this piece and this piece in. Well, what's this prediction action going? Do we like that predicted action? Let's put this prediction action. Oh, spiders. Or probably loose hair. Okay. Or let's put this, you know, predicted, sort of pattern of predicted action over there. Do we like that one? Which one do we like more? And so I'll wake up and go, I've got an idea. So the subconscious does all of the work a lot of the times. And a lot of the times when I was growing up, like when I didn't have cognitive, the subconscious made the decision. And so I really have to work with, what's best for us right now, our kids and I, and not get into a relationship. I've been talking to somebody and I'm like, yay, just talking to them. And it hasn't gone anywhere. I haven't done anything with it because I'm not in, I'm still obsessed over my ex. I'm like, nope, nope, gonna stop that. Like, nope, nope, no. It would be easier to be less obsessed if I didn't have to sit there and think about custody. Like, yeah, the kid, yeah, the not having my youngest is painful. Like at night, like the cuddle buddies, because that's our most cuddle time. So knowing yourself as an extremely powerful, powerful tool, knowing what you could handle with interaction with other people, knowing when to leave, walk away is another. The fact that you can walk away. A lot of people get in this thing where they don't walk away. They're in a stressful situation, and it's like they don't even register that that's an option. There had been times in my young adulthood that it didn't dawn on me. Like I really, I'm at somebody's house or something, or they're at my house, and I don't know why I don't say, all right, have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And you don't have to, we're learning in society, especially with everybody else who has anxiety and who has issues, that you can say no. You don't have to give a reason. You're like, oh, do you want to go to, go get coffee after work or something? I'd be like, no. And it's not like you don't enjoy your time with these people. I mean, like you really, enjoy talking, you feel better afterwards and you want to. But I mean, you've just had enough of the day, of everything. And you know that if you keep going, or you're not even at that point yet, but you don't want to be at that point in the middle of a coffee. But like, I'm done. Let's go, and you want to be home. You know that time is coming and you want to just chill. And you just feel that need to chill. And instead of, okay, putting that need to chill and somebody else's into a different time slot, instead of going, oh, that's what I actually need. All right, no. I'm like, you can pick that offer up later, or you could offer, hey, I'd love to go grab a coffee. Is anybody going to come with me after work on another day? Because a lot of times, if you keep saying no, the pattern, people are going to quit asking, and that's okay. You can, and it's okay to ask them. Say like, I don't really want to do coffee, but do you want to grab a coffee before work? That might be your thing. That might be where you want to interact more. Or, do you want to like FaceTime or something? Do you guys want to catch a movie or something? Later tonight I'll do a watch time on Disney. I won't. I don't have Disney. Oh, my parents do. Okay. I'm not. My dad does. My mom did. My dad does. Disney. Watch time with somebody, and grab watch time. in a movie, doesn't matter. You don't have to be there with somebody all the time. You can be like, I need a break. You don't even have to say that. You can say bye. You don't owe anybody an explanation. Why? Why not? What? Don't wanna. And the feel of choice is amazing. I was talking to somebody about choice, and or they were talking to me about choice, and it's amazing how you have to give yourself permission to have choices or to understand that you have choices. Like when I say that, um, one of my mottos is to utilize power lies in what we utilize. It's not just like, oh, I have a phone and I have internet and I can get a job. Also utilize, I know I can get a job. I know where to go get a job. I know, about how to go get a job, who to go talk to about getting a job. I'm trying to enter the workforce now, and it's rather interesting that I just got spammed with like that is not a legit job application. And to have to go through 5 different hoops to put an application in, and they're going to spam you that, oh look, you've got a interview. I'm like, I don't have an. And you go and you open it up, and you're thinking that somebody's scheduling an interview with you. There's no interview. There's, oh, sign up with this, and we will let you know when there's more. So I fell for it the first time. Not falling for it again. Sign up for that, and then, hey, can we send you notifications? And hey, sign up for, because there used to be so many hoops to go through. You had to give personal information in order to get to the next step, in the job industry. And I'm telling you, um, I didn't like it. But Facebook was good. Facebook, you went to a legit Amazon is. I watched. There's a spam that says Amazon, but then if you go into it, it's like places like Amazon are hiring. It about pissed me off because I was going to legit sites that I was trying to go through legit sites, and then these third party buttons were popping up. Apply through da 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 da. Okay. What if some of them they're like, yes, okay, so Lycan, whatever, here's your to apply through Lycan, and okay, we'll give here's your copy of your resume on file. Go ahead and put that in here, cut drag, we've got that. Okay, this person, go through this hoop, go through that hoop, fill out this information, fill out your work history, fill out, another thing that looks like you're just filling out your resume, a cover letter, and apply for this job. Okay. Because I was trying to find the actual, like if I wanted to go work at a store, to find the actual website to careers to their store. Let me date myself here. I'm old enough that it used to be my job. I'd go out, paper and pencil. There was no web address. Fill it out, hand it in, and give them a call or walk in the next day and say, "Hi, have you had a chance to look at my resume or my application?" And you make sure you did it not on business hours, like peak business hours, just regular business hours. Go in on business hours. Be like when they first open, I would catch like so many places. I would catch like 9 o'clock, I'd hit like 5 places. And then my thing was just like I told my second husband, just spam him. He's like, well, I can't get a job because of this and this and this. I said, well, now you need it's how many dots you put in, like how many places you hit application. You can just sit there, and it was getting to the point where you can put them online. I was like, all right, so fill out like 10 online. He's like, because he wanted to go and wait until he heard back from the one that he put in. I'm like, no, no, no. You think your chances are slim. You spam all the places. You start with the one that you want to work at. Your dream job. This is, Best Buy or some kind of like techno thing because it's into technological stuff. It was some sort of techie job. I was like, start here and apply online, and then go and visit these places, at certain times and go back and have the phone, whatever it is, whatever it takes, you get in there and you'll get the job. And then go to um, the least favorite job, which was like McDonald's. It's like the job they'll hire people. Nowadays they won't hire without a high school diploma, but it was like, if you can't be a cop, be a McDonald's employee. They'll hire people, and it was great because they'll hire people and they'll pay for schooling so that you'd go into college and stuff like that. And it's a great first job. It's a great stepping stone. And if you want, and it's an industry. McDonald's is an industry. So if you want to get further in the McDonald's industries, there's opportunities. So McDonald's was a great economical boost because people keep eating crap. We're killing ourselves, but we're doing it in an economically sound way. And I'm like, that's great. It's like these served burgers that you could have. The dude, where was it? It was a teacher, I believe. Where did I say? I know they posted it around Facebook, but let's see if we can Google it. The burger that's like 10, 11 years old, sitting on a guy's desk, perfectly preserved. One burger ain't gonna hurt you, but yeah, bazillion burgers. Um, After a while, that stuff gets into your bloodstream. Like, yeah, that's like artists. Watched an art video because I was trying to figure out how to sell art. And he's like, yeah, well, coming into contact with chemicals like these solvents and these things after a while can be cancerous. So I'm wearing gloves to prevent contact. I'm like, yeah, you want to do that with not during, because if you think about it, when you pump gas, they have those gloves there so that you don't get contact from gasoline. So you wake up in the morning, you're pumping gas, you eat a burger, th- you're in fecal matter in the bathroom, you flush. This wouldn't be so much because you take a shower and you wash the fecal matter off and you throw your clothes in the laundry and you clean that off. And, the pandemic is not such a black plague of death and in the streets and bodies, because we have sanitary things that we use. And then, you wash your hands after you're done pumping gas or when you get to work, you're fine. And if you eat a burger once, but eat 3 or 4 days in a row, naturally healthy salads and proteins and full proteins, vegetables, and you drink plenty of water and you flush that out of your system. It was a delicious burger, and all of you guys probably got the protein out. For me with the IBS, no protein. It doesn't do for my system as it does for you guys. The bleach in the burger bun isn't going to hurt you, but if you sit there and have bleached flour cereal, bleached flour toast, bleached flour bun, bleached flour, where you're eating nothing but bleached flour, like in a ton of food, pretty soon you're going to have issues with what would seem like gluten issues. Like, and not only that, the new method of pesticides they use. I mean, the fact that they do it sooner towards harvest. So it wouldn't be so bad if it was 1 or 2 fruits, vegetables, and you just wash off the pesticide, or by the time they harvested back then, you hardly had any pesticide residue anywhere. But the fact that they have to wear a suit to harvest and look like a scientist, like covered, you have to wonder when it adds up. You're nickel and dimed. So those people who are new age vegans sit there and clean living and go outside and do all that stuff, and you're thinking, oh, this doesn't stop because you're still exposed to da 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 da. But they're exposed to less. I mean, you got to think sort of like if more people get vaccinated and one or two people don't get vaccinated, the one or two people are not a threat to um, the whole society, the whole circles, and the whole like spread of the pandemic. You know, but you can watch how much a single person can spread an infection where you don't have vaccines and you don't have things ready, and you can see how it becomes a pandemic. What was I looking at? I was looking up something. Wow. Um, okay, burgers. McDonald's burger. Because it was McDonald's. McDonald's burger preserved for 14 years. Like 14, holy crap. Back in January, a man's now 21 years old McDonald's hamburger went viral again after it first rose to fame in 2013 at the age of 14. The burger was the age of 14, though he didn't exactly keep it on purpose. In the beginning, it was just left in a coat pocket. Not too bizarre. I have had strange things in my coats. He probably has kids. Or another reason. It is not too strange to find weird things in your pockets and your purses and your wallets. Don't ask. I've had spoons and all sorts of weird things. I've had a Barbie arm in my purse. It's I am not judging. do not do not judge this. Am I judging the people that would judge this? I don't know, but it was left in a coat pocket that never got worn, and I placed it in a tin when discovered. Okay, this is on delish.com food news. For 20 burger and fries for 24 years. Holy crap. Okay. I don't know if this is the actual picture of it or if they just took a picture of a burger and a bun. I'm a visual person, so I'm going to share with you. Okay, TikTok. And it honestly doesn't look that old. It's 24 years. A meal for a solid 24 years. Once, what? No, let's actually read the whole thing instead of just picking out stuff. Ever wonder that decade-old McDonald's hamburger and fries would look like? Well, one woman has stored a meal that was sold 24 years now, and honestly, it doesn't look that old. TikTok at Ali Sherb, Sherb, shared a video of a woman who kept. Well, this is interesting because they talked about a man, and now they're talking about a woman. Kept a McDonald's hamburger and fries in a box in her closet for years. So it was a woman who put it in the closet. There was a professor who put it on his desk. That was the one that I had seen. The meal had been bought back in 1996. What was I doing in 96? Who cares? It and came in a bag with NASCAR race advertisement on it. Both the fries and the burgers are still in their original packaging. The fries look like maybe they could have fallen under the seat a month ago. Has anybody ever noticed how fries petrify? Like, what does that do in your stomach if you don't break it down with stomach acid right away? They're good for like 7 minutes. I've worked at McDonald's. They're good for 7 minutes. Well, as soon as that is done, it's 7 minutes. Eat it. No salt. It's the best way to do it. To do McDonald's fries, if you're going to do McDonald's fries, have them make it fresh. Have them make it with no salt, or ask for no salt, and they make it fresh in the first place. I've cleaned the machine. I've cleaned the parts of the hopper. They call it a. Do they call it a hopper? There's a fry hopper. There's a fry station. They call it a fry station, where they keep where they keep the fries warm. So what they do is it sits there and they scoop it and they salt it. I've cleaned it. There's a tray to catch the grease and catch the salt. So a whole day's worth of salt and grease, and I've cleaned that sucker nightly. I rarely ever eat McDonald's fries. We did. I don't know if I did it live or if I have a video sitting somewhere of me making French fries. So much better for you to make it at home. You can make it with less salt. Anyways, the fries look like maybe they had fallen under the seat a month ago or so ago that never rotted or decayed. The woman said that as for the burger, the bread never molded, the meat never rotted, and it has never broken. The woman said it's completely intact. That's got its pluses and minuses as you're sitting there eating it and you get it and your kid distracts you and you have like 3 hours. You come back to your food, it's 3 hours and it's cold. You can nuke it with like a wet cloth for the steamy effect or something, or reheat it and it's still edible. Doesn't mean that it's still good, but it's still edible. I mean, if you're yeah. I mean, I'm not saying this stuff will kill you, as I'm saying it probably would petrify you from the inside out. If you petrify your pineal gland, it can have adverse effects like on your eyesight and other hormones, your thyroid. Um, you can petrify by eating too much sugar. You can petrify your pineal gland. Too much fluoride, synthetic fluoride. Yes, natural fluoride in the water is good for you, but natural, like trace amounts, like minute, seemingly minute trace amounts. It's amazing the effect that it has on the body. Protein, like out of nuts and almonds and stuff, is a great way to help with the teeth. Um, so if you notice how weak my nails are and my teeth are, it's because I sat there and I've consumed sugar. Yeah, it wasn't until recently that I quit eating so much sugar. I was not. It's not good. It's like it dries you out. It's like it dries out your bones, and plus depression. Depression can have the same effect as an alcoholic on your bones. It weakens your bones. It makes them brittle and you know like yeah. So try not to be depressed if you can, because then you have healthier bones and you can do more. It's something that if you want to go out and do stuff, I suggest you stay away from depression if you can. But it weakens your bones, and so weakens my teeth. On top of the fact that I ate so much acidic and sugary combinations. Um, I didn't used to have bad teeth growing up. I didn't have a cavity not once. I did, however, I was young enough to have the fluoride that we spit, and my parents always had bottled water available. I rarely drank out of the hose, but I did. It was hot. It was sunny. They ran out of water. I drank out of the hose. It didn't kill me. Algae's not going to kill me. Um, Although, like bugs that might have crawled up the thing, and you want to flush out water first before you drink it out of the hose. And you want to clean out your hose every once in a while. Just for backwash, just sitting in there. I'm like, yeah, kids, great immune system, not a problem. I lived. But I mean, if you sit there and you eat that stuff continuously and it doesn't kill you, are you going to enjoy the quality of life? My now ex and I were having, we weren't having a discussion. He was making fun of the fact that I liked organic foods. I liked non-GMO. I would have said Trump's, but now that we've had a president, this was pre-Trump. I would say that non-GMOs trump organic, because organic doesn't mean the same thing as it does in Europe. So we had the money at the time. So mind you, when we didn't have the money, we bought very cheap food. It was horrifying, and we just point with it anyways. He would preach to me, well, you're going to die anyways. You might as well enjoy the taste of the food. And to tell you the truth, there was a difference in the smell of his sweat. Like, I grew up with a diabetic mother, so I could smell the insulin reactions and the stuff in her sweat. I could smell the difference in her sweat. The difference in the farts too. Mountain Dew farts are really bad. He's just gonna naturally fart, that's fine, but I mean the whole, like, raunch methane, like, a dog that can't digest meat sit there and eats, and it's clear out the house, and so the sweat that I can smell the difference in the sweat if we eat organic versus not organic, and the amount of energy that I have nowadays that we eat healthier, um, and he was saying that he was just tired all the time and lethargic, and it's just exhausting. On top of the fact that he works all day and he works manual labor, um, but you have difficulty concentrating. Your blood pressure, when you stand up and go, whew, all the time, you don't want that all the time. So eating healthy along with exercise is a combination of, like, some people, they don't care, and you don't have to care, and that's your thing. I didn't enjoy that. So, feed them healthy and, have a little more energy. Um, so yeah, eating, eating healthy is important. Exercising is important. It carries the fact that you eat good, it carries it and it grows it and it gives it a better effect. Concentration, attention deficit disorder, it does make a difference. Cutting down the sugar gets rid of a lot of that brain fog that a lot of people talk about for me. Talking to your doctor about changing your diet, about the amount of your exercise, working with your doctor is a lot better because they know, okay, you really shouldn't exercise while you have this heart condition. Be like, oh, but I want to get healthier. You have a heart condition. You can do sit and be fit. Don't go out and, kickbox. So, yeah. Um, start off with sit and fit, and maybe in a year or two, if you're feeling better, we can get you to the kickboxing part. But, your doctor will work with you on that stuff, which is great. If you don't have a doctor, like my ex, he doesn't ever go to the doctor at all, anything. I know a couple of people that don't go to the doctor. They just don't ever go to the doctor. They've never had to go to the doctor. They, sicker than a dog, they're not going to the doctor. Like, how many times have I been to the doctor versus how many times my ex has been to the doctor? I've been to the doctor for my yearly visits. I've been to the doctor if I have, like, an issue, um, versus he's never been to the doctor. I don't even think he knows what an insurance card looks like. I know he's got insurance. I've, filed it away, but I don't even think he knows what his insurance card looks like. I don't think he knows, I don't even think he knows how to call and get an appointment. I don't think the other people that I know that don't go to the doctor, I don't think they know which doctor to ask or who their PPO is, especially with Obamacare. You had to have insurance, and if you went and got Medicaid, if you don't choose your doctor, they choose it for you. All right, I've got like 5 more minutes on here, and I'm enjoying talking, so I'm going to turn that off, let them sleep. Give me 2 seconds. But yeah, eating, it's over time the amount that you eat. Like, a lot of people are like, MSG is bad. Don't eat MSG. People get so sick. The fun part about that, with the sarcastic fun part about that, is what you, all All right, I'm going to have to reboot this because the response time is off on me hitting buttons. So it probably needs updates. March 3rd. Where did March 3rd come from? I'm not ready for my daughter to grow up. 16 is all like a new phase, like legal phase. Okay. It's all like driving. I'm not ready for my daughter to drive. Power off and restart. Is there like an update thing? I don't know if I hit updates or if I have to hit updates first or if it's a update. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hmm. But yeah, a combination between eating right and exercising is fantastic. It really does make a difference. And would 20-year-old me, who had 21, 22, 23-year old, 20, in the 20-year-old's me, that's not the one I'm looking for. Okay. This I have to remember after the video. Yes. Okay. That's okay. It's like there was something I had to talk to somebody about. Oh, there were words this whole time. Um. Oh. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, going to the doctor, being healthy, eating healthy, it makes a difference. It's part of the recipe of trying to improve your life. Um, will it cure all? Will it make my whole life better? No. But it does make it so that I can make my life better. And just keep at it. Keep going. Don't give up. Your power lies in what you utilize. You can utilize your physical stuff. You can utilize your mental abilities. You can utilize your emotional abilities. And don't forget to utilize all three combined in some sort of combination. Don't give up. Just keep going, having that positive attitude that we were working on with, what was that, the Six of Swords? Yeah, keeping a positive attitude is important. So, yeah, what I would do is just move on. Yeah, so try to move on, eat healthier, be healthier, do what I can with what I have, do what I can with what's in front of me, too. A lot of times, I do worry about what's coming up because, like I said, pattern of recognition, where you can this has happened before, after this happened, after that happened, after that happened. If you notice pattern recognition, which we're taught in school, which our subconscious knows, it's a language of our subconscious pattern recognitions. Um, I don't know if that's true for everybody. I'd love to test it. But emotional and pattern recognitions are a lot of like the language of our subconscious, the language of our intuition, the language of the essence of the other part of who we are. Um, so doing what you have and the way you address it makes a difference with the consequences of those actions. And it makes a difference with, everything builds on the last thing. So don't worry about how you're going to do this. Don't worry what it is you're doing. Worry more about how do I want to address it? How do I want to live in the moment and and be immersed in what I'm doing? How do I want to this will work for this if I do it this way, and this will also work if I do this way. I can also do this way for another thing. I can apply it to the way that I raise my kid. I can apply it to the way I live my lifestyle. I want my kid to be happy and independent. I need to be happy and independent. Contradiction is not con- conducive to the way I'm living. I need to be independent. My kid's so much happier being independent. Look, I can pour this myself. I can go potty myself. Look, I can do, look, I can get dressed all by myself. He looks at me and is like, okay, you can undress me now. I'm like looking at her going, Yeah, yeah, go ahead, go undress, so you can put this on. And she wanted to change her outfit. And she's like, oh, okay, I can do it myself. And she's all happy, just the happiest that she can do things herself. I want that feeling. And I want her to see me having that feeling so that she knows that it's a normal way of life and that's just how it goes. It becomes the flow, it becomes the growing, the creation of what and who we are is just independent and enjoying our independence and being stable and thriving. Getting my own car, getting our own place, getting a place, and I know I'm not alone. And doing it independently doesn't mean doing it by yourself. You're never alone. It feels like it. You can be in a room full of people and sometimes it just feels really lonely. Doesn't mean you're alone. Doesn't mean that you have to be lonely. You can enjoy. I just shoved a whole bunch of subjects in there. I just lightly narrated with a whole bunch of stuff. And then I'm gonna go, bye, love you, talk to you later, bye. Um, yeah, I just hit a couple of subjects that are worth like discussion points. If you want to hear more of those, uh, you know, put a comment in. Apparently, it tells me the live comments should be off, but you should be able somewhere in community or something like that on my channel if you need to. I don't know. There's a way to comment after the video is done. There should be. So yeah, comment about what you want to talk about more of. Deep breathing, tarot. Let's see. I don't know if I want to do exercise, but I definitely want to start doing like Wednesdays or Touch a Dutch Tuesdays or such and such days. Really bring in like a segment of things, a lot of, and that structure I think would be healthy for this show. Um, if that's something you guys like, hit a likes, hit a, subscribe button if you want more content. I still have to get that. I want to put out that video on what a subscribe button is, what a like button is, and what a notification button is before they change all the concepts on me because like YouTube is growing. And I feel like I'm late to the party for some of the stuff that they're doing. And it's all good though. So, yes, I love you guys. I will talk to you later. And tomorrow is Thursday. Thursday. All right. So, love you guys. Love, 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 love you. I love you guys. I will talk to you later. And you'll see me on the next screen. Do, 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 do.